Hello, Standard 8. So this is our next session for exercise. Okay? In this section, we are not going to learn any chapter. Okay? We are going to look for the exercise of the chapter which we have completed. We have completed the chapter of geography, chapter number 1. So we will look for the exercise of chapter 1, geography. Okay? We will look for the exercise of chapter 1, geography. Now what was the first chapter? Our first chapter was resources. Okay? So we will look for the exercise of this chapter. Okay, now what type of questions are we going to see in this exercises? For the exercise, in the exercise we will have the contents like answer the following questions. We will have differentiate between. We will have choose the correct answers. Next we will have true or false, then fill in the blanks, and then give reasons. Okay, so this will be our exercises for today. I repeat them, just have a look on it. For today's exercise, the question answers which we are going to cover are: answer the following questions, differentiate between, choose the correct answer, write true or false, fill in the blanks, and give reasons. Okay? Now moving to our first topic, that is answer the following questions. Our first question is, why are resources distributed unequally over the earth? Means the resources which we have on the earth, why are they unequal? Okay, not distributed in an equal amount. We have to give the reason here. Why are resources distributed unequally over the earth? Answer to this is, the physical conditions of the climate are different in different part of the earth. I repeat again, the physical condition of the climate are different in different part of the earth. Due to this variation of terrain, climate, altitude, etc., terrain, climate, altitude, etc., full stop, the distribution of resources is unequal. I repeat the answer again. The physical conditions of the climate are different in different part of the earth. Full stop. Due to this variation of terrain, climate, terrain, terrain means T-E-R-R-A-I-N, terrain, not train, T-A-R-I-N. No, it's terrain, T-E-R-R-A-I-N. Due to this variation of terrain, climate, altitude, etc., full stop, the distribution of the resources is unequal. Next, what is resource conservation? Write the answer. First the question, what is resource conservation? Answer, using the resources wisely and carefully so that it will be available for the coming generations is known as resource conservation. Using the resources wisely and carefully so that it will be available for the generations, for the coming generations is known as resource conservation. Have you written it down? Okay. Next one. Number 3. Question number 3 or C you can say. Okay. Why are human resources important? Why are human resources important? Okay, note down the question first. Why are human resources important? Answer to this is, human resources, you know that human being is also a resource. Okay, so human resources can utilize the natural resource in one of the best way to generate more resources, applying their knowledge and technology. Why are human resources important? Because they can utilize the natural resource with the help of their knowledge and technology and generate more resources. So, human resources are important. I repeat the question and answer again. Question number 3. Why are human resources important? Answer, human resources can utilize the natural resources in one of the best way to generate more resources, applying their knowledge and technology. Okay, now moving to question number 4. What is sustainable development? What is sustainable development? Okay, answer, balancing the need to use resources. I repeat again, balancing the need to use the resources wisely and also conserve them for the future is called sustainable development. I repeat the question and answer both. What is sustainable development? Answer to this is, balancing the need to use resources wisely and also conserve them for the future is called sustainable development. Okay, next question, question number 5 or E, that is, what are natural resources? What is the question? What are natural resources? Okay, answer, natural resources are the resources that are drawn from nature. Natural resources are the resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification. Or in easy words, you can write down resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification. Resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. Full stop. Continue the answer. The air we breathe, comma, the water in our rivers and lakes, comma, the soils, comma, minerals are all natural resources. Okay? Full stop. Many of these resources are free gifts of nature and can be used directly. Okay? Many of these resources are free gifts of nature and can be used directly. Have you written the answer? I repeat the second answer again. Resources that are drawn from nature and used without much modification are called natural resources. Full stop. The air we breathe, the water in our rivers and lakes, comma, the soils, comma, minerals are all natural resources. Many of these resources are free gifts of nature and can be used directly. Okay? Next. What is human resource? What is human resource? Answer. People can make the best use of nature to create more resources. I repeat again. People can make the best use of nature to create more resources when they have the knowledge, comma, knowledge, knowledge. When they have knowledge, comma, skill and the technology to do so. Okay? People have the skill to make new resources, that is called the human made resources. Okay? With the help of their knowledge and technology. Full stop. To do so, full stop. Continue. Education and health help in making people a valuable resource. Education and health help in making people a valuable resource. Full stop. People are human resources. People are human resources. Full stop. Improving the quality of people's skills so that they are able to create more resources is known as human resource development. I hope you have written down the answer. Fine. Now moving to our next that is choose the correct answer. In choose the correct answer, our first question is, which one of the following does not take substance or resource? Which one of the following does not make substance or resource? Now there are three options: utility, value and quantity. So what is the answer? The answer is C, quantity. Which one of the following does not make substance or resource? So that is the quantity. Okay. Next, number B. Which one of the following is a human made resource? Human made resource means made by the humans. Now again there are three options: medicines to treat cancer, B, spring water, C, tropical forest. Spring water means water in the spring or water in the lake, water in the river, water in the sea. This cannot be made by human beings. So it is natural resource. Next, tropical forest. Forest, by the word only forest we are understanding that forest not made by humans. Medicines to treat cancer, yes, it is a human made resource. So our answer is medicines to treat cancer. Okay. Which one of the following is a human made resource? So the answer is medicines to treat cancer. Number 3, resources that we find in nature and are used without much modification. Now the resources that we find in nature and without much modification, without much altering them or something like that, which resources are those? Renewable resource, human made resource or natural resource? Of course, use resources which we find in nature, it is telling us. So that is natural resource. So the answer of C is natural resource. Okay. Moving to the next is number D. Natural resource can classified. Natural resources are classified into various types on the basis of now natural resources are classified into various bases. Now in the options there are 3. Okay, you have to select the incorrect one. Which is not classified as a natural resource. Okay, so first is distribution, second development and third is destruction. So what is the answer? It is destruction. Okay, distribution of natural resources, yes, done. Development of natural resource, yes, it is a type of natural resource. And destruction, no, it isn't. Okay, moving to some more choose the correct answer. The next one is all living things are known all non-living things are known as, I repeat again, all non-living things are known as. What are they known as? Biotic, exhaustible or abiotic? Now by the word non-living thing. Non-living thing means the things which do not have life. But biotic is the option biotic resource. Biotic means the world of living things. So this cannot be the answer. Exhaustible means which gets over. This cannot be there. Okay. Abiotic. Yes, abiotic means the world of non-living things. So our answer is abiotic resource. The all non-living things are known as abiotic resource. Okay, number F, anything that can be used to satisfy humans' need is a, whatever that satisfied the needs of a human is a thing, but what is it? Value? No. Resource? Yes. Anything that can be used to satisfy human needs is a resource. We call it as a resource. Next, number G. Resources which can be renewed, or you can say reproduced, are known as dash. Resources that can be renewed or reproduced are known as dash. Exhaustible, non-renewable resource, or renewable resource. What are you going to call it? It is renewable resource, because it is telling us resources which can be renewed, so that are renewable resources. Okay, next, dash resources refers to the number and ability of people. Dash refers to the number of ability and people. For example, knowledge, skill. Who has this? Which resource has this quality? It is a biotic resource? No. Biotic resource means the world of living things. In that we can count animals also, we can count plants also. Right? Human made resource? No. Human made resource means the resources which are being made by the humans. So this cannot be also called, that refers to the number and ability of the people. That is the human resource. So here our answer is C. Our answer is C. Okay. Our answer is C. Human resource refers to the number and ability of the people. For example, knowledge, skill, etc. Okay. Moving to the next is differentiate between. Now in differentiate between, our first is potential and actual resource. First differentiate is potential and actual resource. Okay. Now you can write down this one in two forms. First, you can make two columns. In first, you will write potential resource, and in second, you will write actual resource. Okay. First point for potential resource. First point for potential resource, a resource whose entire quantity is not known. Okay. You can write it this way also, the one which you are seeing on your screen, the one which you are watching on your screen, you can write it that way also, and you can write it with making two different columns. Okay. So first, potential resource, a resource whose entire quantity is not known. Second point for potential resource, not being used at present but could be used in the future. Second point is not being used at present but could be used in future. Okay, next is number 3. The present level of technology is not advanced enough to utilize it. What is it? The present level of technology is not advanced enough to utilize it. And number 4, we have given the example. Example is the uranium found in Ladakh, which could be used in future. Okay, means uranium. It is the second point, which is there not being used at present. We are not using it at present, uranium, but it could be used in future. So we have it. So that is an potential resource. Okay, I'll read all the 4 points of the potential resource. A resource whose entire quantity is not known. Number 2, not being used at present. Number 3, the present level of technology is not advanced enough to utilize it. And number 4, example, the uranium found in Ladakh, which could be used in future. Now for the actual resource. In actual resource, the first point, the resource whose quantity is known. The resource whose quantity is known. Okay. Next, number 2, currently it is being used. Currently it is being used. Number 3, the present level of technology is capable to utilize it. Number 3, the present level of technology is capable to utilize it. And the last point, 4, is again an example. It is the dark soils of Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra. The dark soil in Deccan Plateau of the Deccan Plateau in Maharashtra. Okay, so this is the first differentiate, that is potential and actual resources. Okay, moving to the second one. The second one is ubiquitous or localized resource. Now to the second differentiate, that is ubiquitous or localized resource. Now how do you spell out? Ubiquitous spelling is ubiquitous. Okay, ubiquitous resource and localized resource. Now for first ubiquitous resource, the type of resources which are found everywhere. Ubiquitous resource means the type of resources which are found everywhere. Okay, next is the example of this can be. Now the example of ubiquitous is air we breathe and water we drink, or you can say the soil we use for planting and irrigation purposes. Okay. Number 3, these resources are usually found in larger quantity. Ubiquitous resources are usually found in larger quantity. And the fourth is they do not cause pollution and they are eco-friendly. Number 4, they do not cause pollution and they are eco-friendly. Okay, I read all the 4 for the ubiquitous resource. First, the type of resources which are found everywhere. Number 2, example, Air, the air we breathe, okay, and water we drink, soil we use for planting and irrigation purposes, okay. Number three is resource. These resources are usually found in larger quantity. These resources are usually found in larger quantity. And number 4, they do not cause pollution and are eco-friendly. Okay? Next, now for the localized resources. Number 1, it is these resources are not found easily. For the localized, first one, localized resource, the first one is these resources are not found easily and are found in specific places. Number 2, for example, coal, iron ore, etc. Okay. Third one, these resources are found in limited quantity. Ubiquitous resources are found in larger quantity, and localized resources, they are found in limited quantity. Okay. And the last one, these are also responsible for causing pollution and are not eco-friendly. You know, when you burn the coal, they give out smoke which is harmful, which causes pollution, not good for health. Okay, so localized resources, the 4 points I'll read again. These resources are not easily found and are found in specific places. Example, coal, iron, coal, copper, coal, iron ore, etc. Okay, number 3, these resources are found in limited quantity. And number 4, these are also responsible for causing pollution and are not eco-friendly. Okay, now moving to the next is true or false. Now for the first true or false. Water is not precious. We should not bother about its wasteful use. By the sentence it is understood. It is telling that water is not precious. You should waste water as much as you want. So is it true or is it false? It is false. We should not waste the water because water is very precious. Number 2, all resources and substances are have equal economic value. All the resources or the substances which we have on the earth, do they all have the equal value? No. They have different value, but all are very important. So here, this statement is also false. Number 2 also false. Number 3, we should minimize the depletion of natural resources. Depletion means, you can say, getting over or creating a damage or something like that. So we should minimize the depletion usage of natural resources. Yeah, we should minimize. It is not telling you should not use, it is telling you should minimize it. Yes, we should minimize the use of natural, means we should use the natural resources where it is important. Unnecessary wastage of natural resources is not good. So this statement number 3 is true. Not also, sorry, it's true. Okay, next, People are human made resources. People are human made resources? No, they are natural resources. They are made by God. Okay, so people are not human made resources, they are natural resources. So statement number 4 is false. Number 5, the wind is an important resource now. Yes, because through wind we can create electricity by windmill. Wind is important in all the forms. So wind is an important resource now. True. Next, patent means the exclusive right over any side or invention. Yes, it's true. Okay. Using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called sustainable conservation. Is it true or false? Using resources carefully and giving them time to be renewed, then it is not sustainable, it is renewable conservation. So here this statement is wrong, because using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed means it is renewable conservation. Next, value means worth. Yes, value means worth. Okay, so this statement is true. Number 9, the diversity of life on the earth is conserved. The diversity of life on the earth is conserved. Yes, it is conserved. So this statement is also true. The last one, it is not necessary to conserve our resources. Means whatever resources we are being given by God, whether it is natural resource or human made resource, it's telling us that it is not important to conserve it. Is it true? No, it is important. So that's why this statement is false. Okay. So these are the true and false. Now moving to which exercise is missing? My favorite. Fill in the blanks. So let's move to the fill in the blanks. For the fill in the blanks, our first fill in the blank is air is an ubiquitous resource. Air is an ubiquitous resource since it is found dash. Since it is found everywhere. Okay. Air is a ubiquitous resource since it is found dash, and in the dash the answer is everywhere. Next, physical factors affecting the presence of a localized resource are dash, dash and dash. What is it? Physical factors affecting the presence of a localized resource are dash, dash and dash. Answer is terrain, altitude and climate. Physical factors affecting the presence of a localized resource are terrain, that is TERRIAN. TERRAIN. Terrain, altitude and climate. Okay. Next, number 3, using resources carefully and giving them time to get renewed is resource conservation, or you can say renewable conservation, but here we will write resource conservation. Okay. Using carefully and giving them time to get renewed is called dash, that is resource conservation. Okay. Next, an actual resource today might have been a potential resource some time ago. In the dash, it is potential. An actual resource today might have been a dash resource some time ago. That is, in the dash it is potential. Next, we use gift of nature to fulfill our dash. We use gift of nature to fulfill our needs. Okay. Next, falling water can generate dash. Falling water can generate electricity. Falling of water can generate electricity. Next, number 7, land and water are dash resources. That is abiotic. Land and water are dash resources. That is abiotic resources. Number 8, usefulness of a resource depends upon dash and dash. Depends upon dash and dash. Depends upon utility and value. Depends upon utility and value. So what's the sentence? The sentence is usefulness of resource depends upon dash and dash. It is depends upon utility and value. Okay. Next, another name of exhaustible resource is dash. Another name for exhaustible resource is dash resource. Exhaustible resource is renewable resource. Okay. Another name for exhaustible resource is renewable resource. Okay. And the last one, every drop of water is dash resource. Every drop of water is dash resource. Every drop of water is precious resource. Every drop of water is precious resource. Okay. So these are the fill in the blanks of today. And now for our last question, that is give reasons. Please note down. Now for the give reasons. What is our first give reason? Our first give reason is air is a ubiquitous resource. Air is a ubiquitous resource. Answer. Air is a ubiquitous resource because it's found everywhere in the world. It is found everywhere in the world, and a ubiquitous resource is a natural resource that is available just about anywhere you live. I repeat again. Give reason number 1. Air is a ubiquitous resource. Why? Give reason means you have to give the reason why. Because, okay, air is a ubiquitous resource because it's found everywhere in the world, and a ubiquitous resource is a natural resource. Ubiquitous resource means natural resource which is found everywhere on the earth. Okay, and that is available just anywhere you live. Water, air, soil. Okay, so that's why it is a ubiquitous resource. Number 2, plants and animals are biotic resources because biotic resources includes all living organisms. Now what is biotic? Biotic means the world of living things. Okay. Now plants and animals are biotic resources. Why? Because biotic resources include all living organisms like animals and humans to plant, fungi and bacteria. Full stop. The interactions between various biotic factors are necessary for the survival and reproduction of each species. And the interaction between these various factors means various biotic factors, is necessary because all the living organisms depend on each other. They are interdependent, you can say. Okay. So I repeat the answer once again. Because biotic resources include all living organisms from animals and humans to plants, fungi and bacteria. Full stop. The interaction between various biotic factors are necessary for the survival and reproduction of each species. Okay. Number C. We need to use our resources very carefully. Why? Why do we need to use our resources very carefully? Answer. We need to manage our resources very carefully because the resources increasing rapidly. The demand of resources increases day by day. Thus, proper management of these resources can ensure that they last for the generations to come. They last for the generations to come. Okay. I repeat the answer once more. Number C. We need to use resources very carefully because the resources increasing rapidly. The demand for resources increases day by day. Thus, proper management of our resources can ensure that they last for the generations to come. Okay. So this is the exercise for today. Geography chapter number 1. Okay. Now you have noted down, I hope, each and every question whatever is being said today. Please start studying very well. Okay. I'll meet you soon with the exercise of history. Till then, take care of your health and bye.